Welcome learners, today we are going to see about the function calls. Function calls are a cornerstone of a structured programming in C. They allow the execution of specific block of codes from within other parts of the program. This is the syntax for the function calls. First, we are given the function name and then the arguments are passed. This is the steps we can call our functions. There are two types to call our functions. First, we can call by value and then the call by reference. Let us see how it works. In call by value, the actual value of the arguments are passed. Like, what is mean by actual values? In our functions, we have to perform some task. Then the data are needed, right? For example, we want to add in our functions. Then we have to provide the data for additions, like 5 or 3. Then the two values are given. These are the actual data. In call by value, these actual data are directly given to the function for processing. Okay, let us see how this works by a small program. Okay, this is an example for a call by value functions. Let us see how this program is work. First, I have given a header files. This is the main functions. The main functions return type is an integer, so we provide a data type as int, and here we declare that number equal to 5. That means we initialize that number equal to 5 as a data type as integers. Inside here we are using the printf functions. We want to print the number before the functions calls, so we have to differentiate the what is done after the function call. So I given a print statement just for an understanding purpose. Actually, the print statement is an built-in functions. There are two types of functions, okay? Built-in functions and the user-defined functions. Printf, scanf, or the built-in functions, we are used that in our program for some executions. And user-defined function is the functions that we are defines. We can manually use the function name as our own choice. This is a user-defined functions. First, in the print statements, I have given before the function call what will be the value of the number. First, the value of the number is 5, right? So this is how it's printed. The value of number equal to 5. Then let us see this line multiplied by 2. This is the function call. This indicates the function calls. Here we use that function definition multiplied by 2. This is the function name. By using the function name, we can call the function. Actually, the function calls are done in the main functions only. So inside that main functions, we can call the functions by using a parameter number. What happen means the compiler then go to the multiply by 2 functions. They search for these functions. Then the compiler has search, okay, there is a function named with multiply by 2, and it also get the parameter, okay. Then here actually there is an parameter like int num. The calculation has to be done with this parameter. Here the num is equal to num into 2. Here where it gets the value for num means there is a function called, right, multiply by 2 and number. This number value is 5. These 5 is passed to this functions. Then it's calculate num value is 5 and 5 into 2 is 10. Then it has to print that inside the function the value of num is 10. This is how it's processed. Let us see how this is run. See, before function calls, the value of number is 5, and after the function calls, this part of function is executed. Inside the functions there is some calculation has been performed, so the value is changes to 10. Then after the function call, it's come out of this, and this line is executed by checking this function, and then the compiler see for this line, and this line is executed. After the functions calls, the value is 5. For inside this is only the value has been changed by executing the function, then the after the function call value is 5. Let us see how the call by reference is work. Okay, let us see what is call by reference. Call by reference means we just provide the address of the data, not providing the actual data. This is the difference between the call by value and call by reference. But the working process is same, but in function call arguments we just give the address of the data, not the actual data. The address of the data is given just in asterisk symbol. This is called as a pointer. That means the memory location is identified. Let us see the example how it works. Okay, this is the example for call by reference. Here we include the header functions and we give one main functions. Note the difference. Here we can given that asterisk of num. That means we can use the memory location of a data, not the actual data. Likewise, here the ampersand number is used. That means it represents the address of the data. That is, it represents where the 5 is present in the main memory. That ampersand number represents the address of the file. Okay, then let's see how this works. Then the compiler first print the statements before function calls the value of number is 5. Then we can call functions by address, not a actual value. Then it's check for an address of the number. Then here we can go for this. Here it's only get the address of the number 5, not the actual value. Then here the int num is check for the address. That's why we use the pointer. It's check for its address, and then this calculation has been performed. By checking that address, it identify, okay, in that address the value 5 is present, so it's calculated with the 5. So again it's the 5 into 2 is 10, and inside the multiply by 2 functions, the value of number is 10, and then it's come out of this function, and then again the print after the function call is executed. Here the number inside this functions, the value of number is 5, so again the number 5 is printed. Let us run this program. Okay, by compiling this program, before the functions calls, the value of a number is 5, and inside the functions the calculations has been performed, then the value is 10, and then we have used the address to perform, right? So then after the functions calls, the value of number is 10. Thank you.
To obtain a course completion certificate, visit our site and finish the rest of the course video. Sign up or sign in, choose your level, watch the video and take the quiz. Finish all the quiz to unlock the final quiz and get your certificate. Happy learning!